Hey, fourth graders, welcome to another lesson. This is time to review pages 243 and 244 in your arithmetic book. So there's nothing new here. This is all review, but there's some things I just want to go over because it's been a while. All right, let's begin. So for problem number one, draw a bar graph to illustrate this story problem. Erica read 20 books, Natasha read 45 books, and Megan read 60 books in the reading contest. All right, so bar graphs. You guys recall bar graphs look something like this, right? It's a way for us to make comparisons using images. So we learned about horizontal bar graphs, so going sideways. And down here we would have our scale, right? This is called the scale. And on the left side, we would have our labels, like maybe this would be apples, and this could be oranges. And on the top, we would have a title here, maybe favorite fruit. Okay. All right, yeah, so if you recall, this is a bar graph. So you have to do something similar using this information that we're given here. So first thing you should do is probably make these lines for your bar graph. And let's do our labels. So what are labels? Or what are the labels? Erica, Natasha, and Megan, right? So you do Erica, Natasha, and Megan. And down here is where we would put our scale. So would it make sense for us to have our scale go by ones, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, when the highest votes we have here is 60. So would it make sense for us to go by ones? Probably not, right? I think probably a better idea would be to go by tens. So probably start with 0 here, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80. Okay, so now you have to use the information here to finish this bar graph. So Erica read 20, so she would, her bar would go somewhere here, right? So I'll let you finish that up. So number two, write two factors for each number. Remember, factors are two numbers that we can multiply together to get this product here. Okay, so what two numbers can I multiply to get 32? Well, I know that 4 times 8 equals 32. So 4 and 8 is a factor of 32. Same thing with 64. What two numbers can I multiply to get 64? Maybe 2 times 32, right? 8 times 8 is also equals 64, right? But I cannot write 8 and 8 here because they need to be two different numbers. So I have to think of a different number over here. But you only need to think of two factors. Okay. So next one asks us just to multiply these factors. Don't forget we can cancel out, right, numbers across from each other. So 5, what number goes into both 5 and 5? 5, right? So 5 divided by 5 equals 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1 here. 1 times 1 equals 1. Now 1 times 6 equals 6. All right. Next one here, same thing. I can cancel these two numbers, right? Divide them both by 2. 2 divided by 2 equals 1. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So 1 times 2 equals 2. 1 times 5 equals 5. It's 2/5. All right, so review here. Remember, whatever number is to the right of our decimal point here, here's our decimal point, right? Decimal point. Whatever's to the right of it, it's in the tenths place. And the next number is in the hundredths place. Okay? Any number to the left of the decimal point, now these are all whole numbers. So this would be in the ones place, and the sevens and the tens, and so on. So you have to finish labeling all the rest of the numbers here. Same thing here. Keep in mind that the decimal point is right here. So what place value would this be? Okay. So the next thing, I'm not going to show you the next page because I think the next page is you guys should be able to do by yourself. But here's something I wanted to show you guys. I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but in the back of your math book, there is a handbook here. And there's a lot of useful information. It starts on page 243. There's a lot of useful information here. So if you didn't know about what a bar graph was, you could have went back into the handbook in the back of your math book and look at the definition here. Bar graph is a graph that uses vertical and horizontal bars to make comparisons, and it even tells you the page number. So if you have any confusion about anything, I would go back to your handbook and see if they have a definition for it. It even has some measurements here. And I really wish we knew about this earlier in the year. But yeah, this is really handy, right, for some of the problems. And there's lots of different, keywords that if you don't remember what they mean, you can just go back into the handbook and look it up. So, all right, that's it for this lesson. Hope you guys are doing okay. All right, see you in the next video.